It's impossible. We need to retreat. But we won't help by throwing our lives away to storm the path. Too many Mandalorians, too few of us. We already lost half the men just getting to the path. They've got the rest of the company pinned down by the crash site. You can't possibly ask the troops to go forward. If you ask us to charge, will it make a difference? Will our sacrifice mean something? We will press forward if you ask it. The path is mined. If you ask us to charge, there will be losses, General.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Charge.
I'll tell the men, General. Everyone, you heard the General. Charge! Charge!
Man. Oh, hey guys, what's going on? You've caught me once again having to make big choices in the world of Knights of the Old Republic. Weird, right? Now you and I both know that Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is a great role-playing experience. It offers you an interesting story where you have the opportunity to be either the lightsaber-wielding protagonist or the lightsaber-wielding antagonist. Or I guess that could still make you the protagonist from a certain point of view. Now these games allow us to make some massive decisions, some that affect the entire galaxy, and others that directly affect the lives of those around you. Now most of the time we understand this, and when we make these decisions, we feel their weight and act carefully. We take time to consider how our actions factor into the grand scheme of the game. Like, how does the fate of the Starforge affect the fate of the galaxy? Should I help save the settlers of Dantooine, or do I help mercenaries overthrow their democratic government? Now, most of the time, we make these decisions for one of two reasons. Either one, because it's the choice we feel morally obligated to make, or two, because there is potential for personal gain. However, as we all know, there are some choices you can make in both Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 that just defy reason. We don't really know why we do them, but we just do. So today, let's discuss 7 really messed up things that only a true Knights of the Old Republic bully would do. Now, if you or I were dropped on pretty much any random world in the Star Wars universe, there would definitely be cause for alarm. Not just because we've woken up in a galaxy far, far away, but also because the flora and fauna can tend to be, well, terrifying. Whether it's Shirax, Boma beasts, Canox, or the colossal Terrantodic, usually when you see a beast in the wild, it's shoot first, ask questions later. However, for our first entry, your character in Knights of the Old Republic 1 has the opportunity to break away from this theme and actually encounter a nice, peaceful creature that wishes you no ill will, it just simply wants to exist. But would that stop a true bully of Knights of the Old Republic? Of course not. So for entry number 1, we have poisoning the GIZKA that come aboard the EBON Hawk. These GIZKA are basically the Star Wars equivalent of a cute little non-poisonous tree frog. They don't pose you any threat, they just hop around, minding their own business, and make little croaking noises. There's not really a reason to remove the GIZKA from your ship, they don't do anything negative to you or your crew, and if you are hard set on getting rid of them, there are non-violent alternatives, such as paying the merchant on Manon to take them off your hands. If you're persuasive enough, you can even get him to take them away for free. I mean, how did you feel in Lost when Sawyer decided to do this?
Wow, you're a happy little fella, ain't you?
I have an idea. Why don't I take him far from here? Like 2 beaches away. Maybe I'll find a Mrs. Tree Frog. That way it won't keep you up anymore and everyone's happy.
Yeah, that's one idea. Here's another.
Dude.
Now you can tell yourself that you were just doing a quest or that it was the quickest way to resolve the situation, but I guarantee that if you asked the GIZKA their thoughts on this situation, they would say that you were being at least mildly rude and inconsiderate. Shame on you. Now our second entry takes us to the forest moon of Onderon called DXUN. Upon DXUN, you will encounter a tribe of Mandalorians, the leader of which will take you to Onderon if you can prove yourself worthy. You then embark on several quests that will take you various places in the forest where you can battle with terrifying beasts, uncover hidden weapon caches, fight off several of Vaklu's scouts, and encounter a lost Mandalorian who got stuck on a cliff and ran out of ammo.
You there, I am in need of your assistance. A patrol was sent to look for weapon caches in this region. They found 3 sites that looked promising.
Yeah, it's tragic, isn't it? One of the strongest races in the galaxy, known for being fearless and ruthless in battle, is now stuck up on a cliff with no ammo and Boma beasts clawing at his heels. Now I know that your character might not have great feelings about Mandalorians. I mean, they killed thousands of them during the Mandalorian Wars and saw several friends and companions killed at their hands. But the war is over, and this Mandalorian has never done anything to your character personally. So the second entry on our things that only a KOTOR bully would do is blow up the treed Mandalorian. I mean, come on, it really is pretty heartless. For a Mandalorian, he's in about the most vulnerable state you could possibly be in. He would probably be removed from service if they learned of the mess he got himself in. If you really had a problem with Mandalorians, there are plenty of non-violent ways to handle this. You could chastise him for running out of ammo, or you could even save him and then report his incompetence to his superiors. But no, you just had to press the button that did the thing, didn't you? I mean, I get it. There's a button, and games don't just put buttons in front of you if they don't want you to push them, right?
Please don't touch that. As I said, Commander, don't touch that. Again, I would ask you to refrain from touching that. Perhaps don't touch that in something different in your language. I would rather not refer this matter to the human embassy. Touch it all you want. You'll never find out what it does. Are humans really so deprived of stimulus that they must insist on touching everything? I'm afraid if you keep touching that, you risk a diplomatic incident. Further manipulation of that object is grounds for further admonishment. Really? You must stop touching that. Once more, the Solarian Union formally requests that you not touch that. Fine, if you are so enamored of that object, then I suggest you get your own feces analyzer. We've already been down that road. No more.
Okay, maybe not. But the point is, you don't always have to press the button that does the thing. Just leave the poor Mandalorian alone, would you? For our next entry, let's travel back to KOTOR 1 to the first planet of Taurus. Now, there are a lot of things on Taurus that could make this list, but one in particular is remarkably cruel, and it's also very hard to do. I mean, honestly, you have to almost be trying to let this event happen. So after you first visit the lower city and return to the upper city, you'll notice that a poor ITHORIAN is being insulted and attacked by a couple of children. When you approach this situation as the player, you have 2 options: tell these brats to beat it, or simply not get involved. Now, any level-headed player would tell these kids to shove off, but if you're really feeling like a jerk and have no companions with you, you can say you don't want to get involved, and these kids will stone the ITHORIAN until he dies. Now, I really don't want to sound like everyone's mother did when they were 7 years old, but let's think about the golden rule for a second. If some children were attacking you and you couldn't retaliate for fear of being imprisoned, wouldn't you too want some random passerby to help you out? This makes the list, and I don't care if you weren't the one to actually kill the ITHORIAN, but you basically had to try to set this all up. And after all,
apathy is death.
Apathy is death.
Apathy is death.
Apathy is death.
Statement: apathy is death.
Apathy is death.
Apathy is death.
Now, some of the next entries in this list are going to have story spoilers for Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. So if you have not finished or want to avoid any story spoilers, please stop now. You've been warned. Alright, so now back to KOTOR 2 for a second, and for this entry, let's jump to the boss battle with Darth Nihilus. Now, on normal difficulty, this battle is reasonably challenging, but not too terrible. However, after trying the battle on hard, I realized that, yeah, he can actually be a pretty tough boss. Now, any level-headed person would take their time with the battle, use strategy, heal, attack, use each companion to their full potential, and use tactics to win. Or, after you've downed him for the first time, if you're a true KOTOR bully, you can just do this.
He is too powerful. He... Was it enough? Then at last, I can die. Will you stay until... Perhaps yet there is some hope in one's feelings. Perhaps I was not as lost as I thought. If I could have cared for one such as you more than myself, then I would die 1,000 times for such hopes.
I mean, really, just why? I mean, to be honest, I didn't even know that you could do that until I was playing this game searching for content for this video. It just seems like a cheap way to take down nihilists, and you're maliciously sacrificing one of your most dedicated followers to beat a boss that you can, more than likely, just defeat on your own anyway. With this entry, I think that we have moved past the point of rude and jumped straight into the land of faux pas. Okay, so we all know the story of Romeo and Juliet. And to be honest, it's been overdone, am I right? I mean, it's not unusual to see the theme from Romeo and Juliet show up in a video game, which makes playing it out kind of stale. Perhaps I'm saying this to justify entry number 5, which is convincing the SANDRALS and MATALES to kill each other.
There you are, Shen.
Father!
Mr. Matale.
Rahesia!
Father.
Mr. Sandral!
Nurik!
Alan!
I knew this was all your doing. I knew you had captured my son.
You had taken my Cassus from me long before that. You started it.
I don't want to hear any of your excuses. Now I will get revenge for your transgressions.
No, Father, don't do this!
We don't always need to be fighting like this.
It's gone too far for that, Rahesia. Alan has crossed the line one too many times.
Ha! For what you've done to me and my family, I will see you dead and rotting in the ground.
No, don't!
This has all gone horribly wrong somewhere. Alan, what can we be thinking? How could we have let this go this far? We are at each other's throats now, fighting over our children's lives when they are old enough to live their own.
He is my son. How can he disrespect my wishes like this?
Hey, what?
No, no! I never did anything to your son.
I knew you were lying, you dog. And to think I thought it might not have been you. So I'll take your son from you!
I mean, let's be frank. It really is a dick move. These are two kids in love, and the feud between their parents is old and stupid, and they've done nothing wrong, so why should they be made to suffer? But then sometimes I tell myself, I don't care. I'm tired of overused and groan-worthy themes, and I just need to do something to spice the game up. But also, now that I'm saying this, I just said that I had to sacrifice innocent people for entertainment value. Send help. Okay, I've said it before, but this is for real. This is your last warning. Massive in-game spoilers coming up for both Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. Here it comes, you've been warned, and here we go. Okay, so for our penultimate entry, we go to the end of Knights of the Old Republic 1, and yeah, you guys know where this one's going. I won't even preface it with commentary, just roll the clip.
For a minute there, I was sure that we'd never see you again once Malik got his... Wait a minute. Where did Juhani and Jolie Bindo? Are they okay? What happened inside that temple? What? What are you talking about?
The Jedi Council has failed, Carth. Darth Revan has been reborn.
Together, we will destroy Malak and seize control of his fleet, then use it to crush the Republic. Juhani and Jolie would not swear loyalty to the new ruler of the Sith. They died for their foolishness. Now swear loyalty to Darth Revan, or face your own death.
Wait, what? No. We serve the Republic. You are no better than Malak. We'll never swear allegiance to one who serves the dark side.
I saw what the Sith did to terrorists. Anyone who serves the dark side is evil. Big Z and I are with Karth on this one. Zaalbar, Revan's a Sith, just like Malak. It's not betrayal if you break your life debt now. No, Zaalbar, I don't care. I won't help the Sith against the Republic. Not for anything. Not even for you. No, this isn't happening. It can't be happening. No, I'm not just gonna stand aside and do nothing. You'll just have to kill me. But I don't think you will. I don't believe you've gone over to the dark side. Not totally. I don't think you'll kill me. Not if I don't attack you first. Looks like you'll have to do your own dirty work, Revan, if you've got the guts. Zaalbar, what are you saying? Revan can't force you to do anything you don't want to. It's me, Big Z. Mission. Please, Zaalbar, don't do this. Please, no! I don't feel so good. Huh.
Yeah, that's right. And if you didn't know this could happen, well, now you do. Once you decide to walk the dark path as Darth Revan on Rakata Prime, Karth will run away, Zaalbar will stand with you because of his life debt, and if you have Force Persuasion, you can force Zaalbar to kill Mission. I mean, I get why this option exists. It's something sick and twisted that only a true chaotic evil person would do, but come on. There are some things in games you just don't do. There are some characters you just don't kill. If you did this during a KOTOR playthrough, then I'm breaking out the dad voice right now. You're better than this, I'm disappointed in you, and you should know better. Oh, so you thought that Zaalbar killing Mission would be the final entry? Well, not that these are necessarily in any particular order, but in my eyes, our final entry is even worse. Note that this is only available with the Knights of the Old Republic 2 Restored Content mod, so if you're a console-only player, this might be news to you. When you arrive at Treyas Academy, all of your remaining companions have been imprisoned, and you have the opportunity to go free them. There is also a voiceover from Darth Traya stating that you will have the choice of two paths, an easy one that leads directly to the boss battle, or a hard path that allows you to save your companions. However, with the Restored Content mod, should you choose to take the hard path and try to save your companions, you will be asked to make a choice. Why? Just why? Why would you ever feel the need to push that button and do the thing? It's not even like the game said, well, if you don't kill them all, then you're going to suffer these debuffs in the final battle. It's literally just giving you the opportunity to go, lols, bye everyone. And to me, to describe why this is even worse than forcing Zaalbar to kill Mission, I'll need to quote Douglas Adams. If it was an emotion, it was a totally emotionless one. It was hatred. Implacable hatred. It was cold. Not like ice is cold, but like a wall is cold. It was impersonal. Not like a randomly flung fist in a crowd is impersonal, but like a computer-issued parking summons is impersonal. And it was deadly. Again, not like a bullet or knife is deadly, but like a brick wall across an expressway is deadly. So there you have it, 7 messed up things that only a true KOTOR bully would do. Do you have any other ideas on what could have been added to this list? Make sure to let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this, feel free to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get updates for any new videos or live streams, and I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching.